From the Woodshed, a candid conversation with Chase Morrill and Ryan Eldridge from Kennebec Cabin Company, home of the Maine Cabin Masters. Brought to you by Nelma, safeguarding our lumber resources since 1933. See the stamp, trust the quality. Now, from the Woodshed studio at KCC headquarters in Manchester, Maine, it's Chase and Ryan.
From the Woodshed, I'm Chase Morrill. With me, as always, Ryan Eldridge.
Hi, everybody.
And Maggie Morrill.
Hi.
Maggie, we're glad you're joining us today. How was your week?
Fine.
You look tired.
I'm tired.
It was her first week of school in
a
A long time.
a long time, so bear with us if she's not quite.
When did they shut down school? Like right around St. Patrick's Day?
March 13th.
March 13th.
Oh, that's like a bad
my last
Monday.
Yeah, so it's been a long time.
You have 6 months of Mondays stacked into one.
I don't have to go to school Monday.
All right. But we've got some great guests with us today who will keep you awake and entertained. We've got Jay and BT, two guys on the crew who've been known each other a long time. They're down in the Woodshed right now,
Yep,
getting primed.
prepping up.
So.
And we are late, so they probably had a couple more libations before we got here.
Yeah, so we've been cranking, but we'll get them on the show. We'll answer some questions with them, shoot the shit with them, and then answer some fan questions. You can find us at KennebeckCabinCompany.com or on our YouTube page, on our Instagram page, Facebook page, pages and pages and pages.
Too many to list.
But yeah, we'll talk about all things cabin, all things Maine, and we definitely want to thank our main sponsors, Nelma and Hero Media Arts. You can find out more about Nelma at nelma.org, easternwhitepine.org, sprucepinefir.org, and also heromediaarts.com.
Yeah, go check out those Hero Media videos. They're really cool, and there's new ones coming every week.
Yeah, so we're a little late today. We were filming, we're doing construction on a couple of the camps. So
Nice day today, though. Yesterday we died. We decided to roof, and it was 85 degrees out and humid. It's like, oh, my God.
yeah.
And then woke up this morning, it was like fall. Crisp, the humidity broke. It was awesome.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I should wear pants today, but it wasn't that bad. But it was cold.
Heck of a September so far.
Knock on wood, keep it going. We
need another month of it at least. Especially with the Woodshed open now. That place has been cranking. I was thinking we're very lucky, though, because it's so weather dependent with the space and with the whole Corona thing.
Yes.
We're doing, takeout service, counter service, so.
Yeah. I was thinking,
really
I've got some
helps.
old sails. What if we just put some of those up and put some heaters under them? Some of
Sails?
those. It's kind of like an awning.
We can try it. You got rope?
Yeah, got rope, we got sails, we got lights, we've got a stage.
Perfect. Let's try it.
Yeah, and then we'll plan for something a little more.
That's the big question. How are you guys going to stay open?
Yeah.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, and then once it gets, we'll colder weather, we'll prep for that when that
We got
comes.
7 cabins, too. We'll deal with it. That's the easy part, keeping a bar open. We'll find a way.
Yeah. Yeah. Maggie's got a horse show this weekend.
Exciting.
Fletcher's birthday is tomorrow.
Doubly exciting.
Doubly exciting. He's been reminding us every day for the last month.
Geez, I think I found a girlfriend for Fletcher. I was driving down the road to West Guida yesterday. I stopped at a stop. This little girl comes around in a pink 4-wheeler, hunched up, totally knew what she was doing, leaning in the corner. She caught my eye, came around the corner, hit her driveway, right, all 4 tires in the air and off in the distance. I was like, oh, they would be a match made in heaven. Her hair's flowing out of her helmet. Nice 4-wheeler.
Nice rims.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, so he went back to school Wednesday, and he finally took a shower Tuesday night, and Sarah made him brush his hair, and it was bad.
I saw him last Friday at the Woodshed, and his hair, it was natty.
It was just one giant rat's nest.
Rastafarian.
Yeah, but he got it out.
You really want to put people over the edge, let them get dreads. And his sister.
Yeah. But tell us more about the horse show.
I don't know. It's in Cumberland.
Who drives Penny down? Does Penny go?
Penny
Penny's not
doesn't go.
going. We're bringing 3 horses.
In one trailer?
Yeah, we have yep.
That sounds terrifying to me, hauling horses.
Yeah.
Hauling a thing of asphalt shingles or a tractor or something's fine, but
Right.
there's something live behind you. Those trails are so big, it'd be my nightmare.
It's true. You got to be, slamming on the brakes, something like that. Scary.
Yeah.
But, this is now your third horse show?
Mhm.
So you should be ready.
Yeah, I mean,
Good to
Seasoned
go.
veteran by now.
Yeah. Blue ribbons all the way.
right.
What's a blue ribbon mean?
First place,
What color's second place?
red,
What color's third place?
yellow.
Is there another place after that?
Yeah, I don't remember the colors.
Blue, red,
though.
yellow.
There's like green and purple and white and
Black's last place.
Everybody gets a ribbon? No.
no.
Damn, I like that.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, good luck. We got your back.
Yeah, so we'll go run down to the woodshed, grab Jay and BT. Hopefully they make it up here, and we'll be right back.
I spend a lot of the winter time getting my taxes ready and doing all that kind of stuff because I don't want to do it during the fishing season. As I started to learn to fly fish, somebody hired a guide for me as a present, and I learned so much so fast that I just routinely hired that guide every year. 2 or 3 years in that process, I stopped paying attention to the fish and the catching of the fish, and I started paying attention to what he was doing to guide me. I found I actually like helping people catch fish as much, if not more, than catching the fish myself. The more I know about what the client is looking for the angler's looking for to be a successful trip, the better I can deliver that. My job is to adapt and alter the trip to meet those needs. Your job is to sit down and watch the river. It's really about taking notice of what's going on around you, whether or not there's bugs hatching. Are the bugs on the rocks? Are they in the trees? Are they in the air? What does the water tell you? Reading water is probably the best skill I can ever teach folks. People who really get it sometimes will take a nap on the river. They'll just set back, the sun on their face, and they'll just doze off. And that's all it's all about, just absorbing it all. You know, you fish long enough, it's not about the fish any longer. It's about the take, it's about the adventure. It's about the moment that rod bends over like that and your adrenaline goes right through the roof. And then as a guide, you get to be the person who helped them do that. That's really cool.
So we are back with Jay and BT.
Yeah.
How's it going, guys?
Very well.
Yeah, doing good.
Jay
Excellent.
and BT, if people don't know.
Yeah. So, yeah, tell us a little bit about, tell everybody a little bit about yourselves.
Why don't you take it away, BT?
No.
Who's older?
Jay.
I'm older.
Let the young kid go first then.
No, my name's Brian. I've been with these guys for a few years, and I don't know. What do you want to know?
You live in Poland.
Live
You
in
got 2
Poland.
girls.
Yep, 2 girls. Yep,
Loves skiing, rafting.
yep. Do plenty of outdoor stuff, and yeah,
Been doing carpentry for a long time.
Yeah, not like formally carpentry, I guess formally. I don't know. I worked with my brother for a long time doing a lot of different projects, and, living in Maine, you build anyway. You kind of have to sometimes. So
Yeah.
whether it's, building something, nice for people who are paying for it or just trying to take care of things on your own, whatever,
Comes with the territory.
comes with the territory, yeah. It's weird listening to my own voice.
Well, here, let's make it easier.
You sound
Would
good.
you like water, coffee, or beer?
Beer.
Yeah, beer.
Good.
And we didn't even have to ask that
Yeah,
question.
that's all we brought today, so.
And so you
Right
both,
answer.
You both live in Poland now, and you were really close friends growing up,
Yes,
and you both went to Mount Blue High School.
that's true.
Cougars.
Cougars.
Right? You moved there
Is
in,
this the Connecticut one?
you were in 7th grade, I was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Kind of been hanging out ever since.
Yep, pretty much.
Moved to New Mexico to get together.
Been
Wait
all
there
over the
for almost a year.
Yeah, kind of, got off the line of life was going this way. We got there, the line of life went that way.
Take a left.
So,
Take a left.
yeah.
Do you guys have a preference what you want? We do have some light beers in there. We have some beers. I opened up the fridge a minute ago, and these are magically in there.
That looks fabulous.
This is Little
Oh,
Wing
little PBR.
Haze IPA.
I'll take the PBI.
That's for you. This
You,
is for
you
Jay.
are you are wearing it on your hat.
Right.
So it's great. Now we have a fridge downstairs, so people just put random beers in there for us.
And this beer
Oh.
came
See?
from Brian and Aaron Clifford from Connecticut. They said thank you for the many hours we spent watching the show, and wanted to stop by Kennebec Cabin Company, say hello, and pleased to have lunch with Ryan's mom and stepdad, both of whom are a real delight.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
Thanks,
thank you,
Mom
Aaron
Pat.
and Brian Clifford.
One of the good things, benefits of here. So you guys are just down the woodshed having a beer. Get out of work.
Yep.
Had lunch at KG's.
Nice.
The Reuben was delicious.
Yep. I had the fish sandwich. Terrific.
Cool. It's fun to see that place come alive, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good spot over there. Down there.
Down there. Okay, so you guys from Mount Blue. Do you live next to each other growing up in Farmington or Wilton?
Yeah, we both grew up in Wilton.
Well. I was in Dryden Heights. He's in East Wilton.
Sounds like Brian was on the wrong side of the tracks.
Where's Dryden Heights?
Dryden Heights is on Village View, right below Bass Hill, where the
Where the hell's Village View?
the original Basses. Well, you'd have to be from Wilton to. No, that's in between Wilton and.
Oh, we're
Dryden.
talking Wilton, not Farmington. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. So at the bottom of Village View is Steve's Market,
Yep.
and that's kind of Dryden. As you go up the hill, you get into Wilton, and Dryden's just kind of like it has a post office, but it's not really a town.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just like East Wilton. Has a
So the joke
post office,
is-
but-
We lived on Dryden Heights because we were just up the hill.
Looking down over them.
Yeah.
You guys make Wilton sound like a big metropolis.
Well, it was. They almost had an airport at one time.
Really? Nice. And now I went to Farmington with BT. That's where we met.
Yep.
20-something years ago.
Yep.
Long time ago.
Go
And
Beavers.
with your brother.
My brother.
With Jay's brother, Matt.
Yep.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Did we meet back? I knew of you a little bit. I don't.
Yeah.
think we really
I used to go up to the Forks and hang out with these guys, and you were up there, and
Going rafting and stuff.
yeah.
Jay, where'd you go to college?
Montana State.
Nice.
I did a little stint at Vermont Tech, and
Yeah.
went out to Montana.
Going to Montana.
Yeah,
Then we all came back. We're all boomerangs.
that's right.
And now Jay has an interesting story because you haven't been a carpenter all your life.
I haven't.
Go.
What's the saying? Man of many trade. What is it? Trades, master of not like.
I think it's be careful what you're good at.
Yeah, be careful. I like that is my favorite saying.
So what? About what? 3 or 4 years ago, you were teaching full time.
I was. Well, I started out like landscaping.
Yeah.
Did a little life change there when my kids were born. Wanted to have my summers off, and my back hurt. And
Fair enough.
yeah, right. And so I tried teaching. I did that for 10-ish years.
Yeah.
Loved it. But again, needed a change, and BT brought me in pretty much.
Yeah.
Kind of the catalyst for that, and
Yeah, you can read a tape
yeah,
Yeah.
most of the time.
most of the time.
You've gone from
Hold the
homeowner
board and
carpenter
tape.
to pretty good, damn good carpenter.
Oh, thanks.
We're impressed. We like having you around.
I like being around.
It's been fun.
You both have 2 girls.
2 girls.
Yep. What are they? A year apart, each of them?
Yeah.
Is that what
and
it
I got
is?
14. You have 13. I have 12. You have
9.
9.
You guys are in so much trouble.
Oh yeah.
coming up.
Oh, they keep us on our toes.
I
They're
like it.
awesome.
It's fun hearing the stories sometimes they come in.
Yeah.
I think everyone on the crew pretty much has girls. No one has boys.
Brad, but he's
Yeah,
too,
he's not even a year.
yeah, still too young.
No
Yep.
good stories about that. So what do you guys got? What's coming up this weekend in the neighborhood?
Well, we have the dog show, the cul-de-sac dog show, which is
It's a yearly event, right?
it's a yearly event, and the invitations go out to everybody on the road, and we've got a couple neighbors who are the yearly judges, and there's all kinds of
Jim and
categories. Yeah, Jim and Georgie.
It's the same judges every year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they say Bongo's already lost points, so he's got a deficit to make up.
So you've got 2 dogs, Bongo and Djembe,
Yep,
both chocolate labs.
both Chocolate Labs. Yep, and there's a number of dogs on the street. Jay has Mona,
Yep.
who's a little mixed breed,
think it's half
Very
cat.
mixed. Cat dog.
Cat dog.
Ramona.
She's awesome.
Love her.
We haven't seen
Half
Ramona this
Mogwai.
year.
No.
She's on the down low.
She went up to Greenville for a week and a half or so last year.
Yeah.
She had personality.
She likes the back of the couch, looking out the window. That's her spot.
Nothing wrong with that.
The cat in her.
Yeah.
Back
Yeah,
of
so the
couch.
dog show is pretty fun. There's different categories. There's an obstacle course. There's a look-alike contest. I don't know what the surprise category is this year, but
Look-alike
Who
contest.
chooses the surprise category?
oh, it's Ruby's thing. Like she orchestrates it all. She started it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, your oldest daughter,
my oldest
Ruby.
Ruby.
Yep.
This is a qualifier for the Westminster show.
it should be.
Yeah,
should
heck
be.
yeah.
Yeah.
How long has it been going on?
Oh, this has got to be what, 50 year, 40
Yeah, I would
year?
say
50
5.
Really?
Yeah, 5 years.
That's a fun tradition, though.
Yeah. Everybody in the neighborhood comes down. We do some grilling. And
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, and everybody gets involved. Some of the other neighbors bring, gifts for the dogs or whatever. It's awards.
Every once in a while, we have guests from other
This is
neighborhoods.
very true. Yeah, last year we did.
Yeah, we stare at them for a little while and then invite them in. Awkwardly.
Sniff their butts first.
Right.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice. And you're both big into skiing.
Yeah, do a lot of skiing. Yeah,
A lot of skiing.
try to. Yeah, as much
Yeah,
as
as
we
much
can.
as we can.
Yeah,
And still try to pay the bills.
Right.
yeah, and still have the girls like to do other sports too, so that it's that fine balance. But we
Yeah, basketball really gets in the way of skiing.
I thought it was the same always was basketball or skiing, wasn't it?
that's tough.
Not in your
Yeah.
households?
No, we try to accommodate both, but
Yeah.
cuts into my ski days. That's for sure.
Right.
Does Poland have a ski team or not?
They do not.
They
No.
do not.
No, I think they can go to Gray or Auburn if they really want to go for it.
Yeah. But it's one of those lifelong sports that it's good
Yeah.
for the family, and if they're not competitive about it, that's all right.
Yeah.
As long as they're out and having fun and we get to do it with them, That's what I love about it.
But we never had a ski team in Gardner.
Yeah, we had a really good one at Mount Blue, but
Oh, yeah, you
I
guys-
wasn't into skiing then.
You weren't?
So no, not back then. No. Jay's brother actually is a really good skier. He was all kinds-
Ski-meister.
Ski-meister. That's right.
Jay?
My brother, Matt.
Matt's
Yeah,
sorry,
Matty Matt.
Yeah.
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 I ski with Matt in Steamboat for a whole winter.
Yeah, he's the man. That guy is just in control at all times.
Loves that.
Yeah.
And now the girls are getting to the point where you guys having trouble keeping up with them.
Yeah, they're right there.
It's kind of fun when you get to that point.
Yes, that's definitely a change. Not chasing them around.
You're still chasing them.
Yeah.
Slow down! I can't
down.
keep up. Trying to ditch me? Yes, Dad. Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Right?
So let's talk about work for a little bit.
That's
What's Jay's what
Work.
what's your favorite camp spend? You guys have a favorite, some favorites or least favorites?
What's your favorite part of the process?
It's a good question. I like it all. I don't think I have a favorite camp. I think they're all unique, and they all have their little little things that are special. I kind of like the finished stuff, although I like tearing things apart, and I like framing it up. And I'll tell you that one of the last camps we were at, I don't want to take everything, but
Take it.
we've heard from you that the homeowners absolutely love it.
Yes.
So I mean, that right there, I would say maybe is my favorite part is hearing that kind of stuff.
I think my favorite part is the homeowner's not there.
That is very true. That is very true. That's not.
Not to take from the homeowners. I mean, obviously,
But it is pretty unique.
it's unique. I've through building over the years, that's a hard thing that interface sometimes can be very difficult.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
To be able to have the freedom to go in there and do the best that we can for them without them over your shoulder is pretty nice for me.
Well, and that's one point we forget to mention how we save the money on the budgets because homeowners change stuff. They see stuff because they want to stop you before something's done. Like case in point, we're working at my brother's camp. My mom's across the street. the excavator guy was like had moved a bunch of rocks, and they weren't permanent, but I didn't know if they were or not. So I see my mom last night. She's like, I gotta talk. I hate those rocks. They gotta go. I'm like, it costs money to get those rocks. Like he can only do so much, you know.
Right.
And like she had just seen it. And then I go over there today, and he's like, oh, those. Well, I'm not done. I just pushed those over there. You know, it's like even that amount of time it took me. That took a half out of my life and didn't have to happen. You know, like, but it is. It makes the budget go quick.
It slows the process down, and anything that slows the process down is going to cost money. And making changes or waiting on decisions, I think, you know, if somebody say, oh, well, where are the windows going to be? Well, I mean, it's bad enough you guys have to wait, you know, on us to figure out what windows we're going to use, that type of stuff. But throw a homeowner into the mix, and it definitely makes it even more challenging.
Right.
So that's it. Yeah, it's a good point. Very good point.
I think I like, too, that this process happens so quickly. You know, like you're doing demo, then you do it framing, and then boom, in another camp. Like we've all been on houses for 6 months or a house for 10, you know, a year or a project, and like you're definitely ready to get off it after a while.
Yeah, it's nice to have the change of, you know, the end is somewhat in sight all the time. It's like you can get on some projects that are so big and overwhelming that, you know, it can be a lot. It can be a little overwhelming, I guess. Yeah.
But that Travis Mills deck, I thought that almost broke us. You know,
that was a big deck.
But we did it. You know,
that's right.
There was about 3 weeks there we didn't see any progress, and it was just blocking and like.
Yeah, there was so much framing in that deck. It was, but it came out great.
You know, it was unbelievable in the long run, but something to be said about morale and seeing progress.
Yeah, I think they just painted that camp, didn't they?
Oh, did they?
Yep, they went in there. Travis is always doing tons of upgrades to the place, but I think one of the things was repainting the camp. I think they steered away from the blue.
Did they?
Yep.
Huh.
Interesting. Yeah. But that's all right. That's all right. That's good.
That was pre-me. I didn't see that. I heard a lot about it, but
Yeah,
that was one of the first ones you were on, wasn't it, BT?
Yep.
You and your brother.
Yep. Me and Tim.
Red Dog.
Yeah, and Tim's big old dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was a good project. There was a lot to it. You know, there was a lot of elevation changes.
Oh
and,
God.
Yeah.
We would never. We've learned so much. Like we would probably never take that on now.
Yeah. If it was for anybody but Travis, we definitely wouldn't. But that's a funny one to start out with because, you know, it had plans, multiple plans, all that stuff.
Yeah, I remember when Dixie threw the scale ruler and the blueprints at us, and we were like, I'm going to get this all the time?
Nope.
No. Then on to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally not fair.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the good and the bad, it's great to not have the plan too, so that you can be a little more creative and do what you got to do to get it done and not be stuck to such a rigid way of doing it, you know. I like that.
But I think in the last year or two, like, you guys know what our style is, and you guys ask us less questions, and you guys just do your thing, and you're like, just check in with us once in a while, you know, and you guys got it. We're fine.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. It's getting smooth.
Sometimes there's a fine line between not giving people we don't want to like micromanage anyone, you know, and like.
Yeah.
But there's a
maybe
fine
we
line.
don't want to know the answer, Brian. Why would we ask that question?
It's a fine line there.
Yeah. Where now the younger guys are coming up to you guys saying, well, what should we just get it done?
Yeah.
Make it look good.
Yep, it's a wall.
Yeah.
Stand it up. I think going back to your original question, though, one of the ones I liked the most was Vincent's. Down on the desert pond.
Yep.
That one was really fun and just cool.
Yeah.
Because it was so
Yeah, the
different.
timber frame was a.
Yeah, and the way we were able to make it work with the and we had to fur a bunch of stuff out and make it beefy, and I thought that one came out really cool. We did that cool little hardwood floor inside.
Oh, that's
that
right.
was
cool.
That's right. That had all sorts of unique.
And I
little
had
features
quite
to
a
it.
signature piece in there, but I'm not going to tell you where it was.
Go back and watch that episode. If you find it, put it on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Nice.
I know there's been so many now, you forget about some of the little things.
Yep. But that's what people are looking for too, is that uniqueness that, you know, it's not cookie cutter by any means. We're going into these cabins that have more character than they probably need and trying to preserve it and also keep it going. It's definitely a challenge.
It's a challenge and it's fun.
It is fun.
You know, it's good people, you know, that's the big thing. You're working with people you like and you can hang with, and
Yeah.
Morale stays pretty high most of the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
Most of the time.
most of the time.
Yeah, and actually, one of my favorite parts is having the big, after demo, you pile up all the stuff that's usable, and throughout the process, just pulling from that, and we can use this for that, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
just reusing material, and that's pretty cool.
Seeing stuff go from one camp to another camp.
Yeah.
My favorite thing now is just save it. Like people say, "Oh, you can't save that camp," or like everyone just wants new, and a lot of times like it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, challenge accepted. But I mean, it's still tough. I mean, we're working, it's exhausting. We're getting into cold weather, so it's the struggle is real, but it helps being in beautiful spots, working with people you like, and that I think that's just true in general. It's just
Even though in the summer you're always on the water, and there's some jerk out there screaming from the boat, drinking beer at 9 o'clock. You're like, oh man!
I like it when they slowly putt by and go, "Is Chase there?" Like, no, not today.
Yeah, you
Try
guys
tomorrow.
You guys want a beer?
But BT, you just picked up a new boat.
I did. Yeah,
That's exciting.
Really exciting. Yeah, kind of threw it out to the universe, and there it was. So yeah, I picked it up, and it's a little Sunbird, 17-foot Sunbird Stinger. That's great. It cruises right along. I got on good authority that the guy who had been working on it's really good as a mechanic. So I'm trying to get in his side pocket to take care of it forever.
Nice.
So yeah, no, really excited. Took it out last night, and yeah, a ton of fun. The girls are gonna love it next summer.
Next summer.
We got a couple more weeks, but
Yeah. So do you have a lake around you that you guys typically go to?
yeah, we have a lot of lakes right around us, but seems like anywhere in Maine, right? You can get to a lake pretty quick.
Yeah.
But Rang Pond is real close to us, and Thompson Lake, Trip Lake, Sabbath Day Pond, which is where the Shakers are.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's tons of ponds, and it's just a quick shot to like Little Sebago or
Get out on the bigger ones.
or Big Sebago even. Yeah, not too far.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah, pretty excited. Yeah, boat.
Where's BT? He's out on his boat.
Out on the boat.
So your girls went to camp this summer.
They did. They were able to go to a camp, a sleepaway camp, and they were able to go there for not as long of a term as it was last year and the year before.
Yeah.
But they were still able to go, which was great. And they had to do all the precautions, but they were able to go and do all that stuff. And they did. Our town was able to hold our rec camp as well, again with a bunch of precautions, and that went pretty smooth. No problems really.
How many days a week are they going
To camp.
to school?
To school? Oh, so to school they're doing the 2 days, and it's cohorts. So they're doing 2 days. My girls go Thursday, Friday. I think yours go Monday, Tuesday. Yours Thursday, Friday.
Yep.
Yep. So Thursday, Friday, and then it's remote learning. Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday is like a Zoom day.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty different.
So different.
Pretty different.
Maggie, you're on that schedule?
Up here, they're alternating it.
Are they?
Yeah, so Maggie is Monday, Thursday? Tuesday, Thursday.
Friday.
Oh yeah.
So
Friday.
Tuesday, Friday?
It's like in college and you try to pick. I want my classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So
Tuesdays and
I have a 5-day
Thursdays.
weekend.
Yeah.
That never worked well for me.
Nothing earlier than 10 a.m.
Oh God.
Yeah, would you rather have Mondays off or Fridays off?
They should never let you pick your classes in college.
Yeah, they should.
No, that's my
Yes, they
fault.
should.
I think one semester I had classes only on like a Thursday. I don't know how I pulled it out, like once a week.
Good advisor.
I guess you do learn more.
Cram it all into that one day.
Yeah, you learn just as much about yourself and life being in college than you do in college classes. So
Yeah, that's what it's all about, right?
it's kind of the experience.
Yep.
Yep.
If you can make it to the class.
Oh, rule number one.
Yeah.
Just go.
Where's Vermont Tech?
Oh, Vermont Tech is pretty much smack dab in the center of Vermont. It's where Vermont castings were originally made. Randolph Center. Cow fields all over the place. Great mountain biking. 25, 30 years ago.
Where'd you go there for your first year?
Like, what did I do?
Yeah, what was your major?
Architectural engineering.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was CAD. It was like a 2-year.
Computer stuff.
Yeah. Well, it was before CAD. It was pre-CAD, but it was drafting.
I wonder how many people actually get the degree they originally go for. 20%?
I guess the bigger question is how many use the degree they
Right.
got.
Yeah,
or
that's
have.
true, too.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Not me.
Yeah.
Next life.
You know, I'm sure you use it once or twice a week.
We go back to our math late sometimes.
Yeah, you communicate in English.
All right.
All right.
Well,
That is true.
Handwriting, maybe not.
Yeah, but handwriting's bad. Wicked bad.
Yeah. So, back to skiing. You were talking about a Saddleback pass. Did you hear
yeah.
about this one, Ryan?
The trial pass, they give you 3 days for, I think it's around $150, for 3 days. So no blackouts on those days. So you can kind of check it out, see if
that's
it's something
pretty
you
cool.
like. Yeah, it seems like a great deal.
They got a new high-speed quad.
Yeah,
Dixie has a new house up there.
right,
Perfect.
right.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking.
He's got a breakaway.
Yeah,
Sneak in and not even know we're there.
yeah.
yeah, it's pretty nice.
How long was Saddleback out of commission?
4?
Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, too long.
Yeah, too long.
Yeah.
Did you
And
guys
they-
ski there much?
I didn't, growing up, we've kind of been Sugarloaf people, but
Yep.
once they opened up that glade and they did put a quad in over there,
Towards
Yeah, so
Mule
once you
Skinner.
got up there, you can do laps.
so you can lap the gladed out area. But
Casablanca. I think.
We haven't been there much, but the days we have been were
I've always
Pretty
been,
awesome.
pretty
have it
phenomenal.
always been either really interesting or really great skiing. Right? Like some weird
always
things.
cold.
Always.
Always cold. Lots of hiking.
Yeah.
Yeah, dress warm.
Dress warm.
Yeah.
And then
Get ready for the lifts to shut down. And
Yeah, they put in that yurt right down at the bottom there.
Yeah, the little warming
A
hut.
little warming hut.
Yeah.
That helped.
It has helped. I've needed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it would always take an hour and a half to get up to that upper mountain, and then you could just do laps all day. But then you never wanted to come down, so
Right.
you'd freeze. And then once you
Right.
came down, you're like, I'm done.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that'll change everything
Yeah, be nice.
because there's definitely some good long runs over there.
Yeah. They'll have to figure out the whole lodge thing and all that, but
Yeah, that's going to be interesting
We
this
were
year.
talking
on
about that earlier.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I wonder if are they putting a cap on passes?
I don't know.
Yeah, because I only have one lodge. I
Yeah.
think Sugarloaf
Yeah, yeah,
did.
yeah. Putting a cap on passes? Interesting.
Is the ski team going to run? Ski team will probably run, huh?
They're currently not letting outside people into Kents Hill. So, because that's where we practice. So, like, whether or not it's up to that. And then I get, of course, what ski mountains end up doing.
Interesting. Because they just voted no football,
Yeah.
No football, no volleyball.
volleyball. Why not volleyball? But you can play
Inside.
soccer. Oh, yeah.
I think.
And you touch the ball.
Those are the only
Oh,
two they.
yeah. This
You're
ball
like,
goes.
that's where you're actively like sports where you're actively touching the same object. Like soccer, you don't touch the ball. Is that field hockey? Is that a fall sport?
It
Yeah.
is. Yep.
You
Yeah.
don't touch the ball.
Whittier field hockey.
Where do you feel like it? Right there.
Yep.
Interesting.
Go Knights. Midnights.
Midnights.
I never would have put that 2 and 2 together. Good thing Maggie's here.
Keep you safe.
Yeah, safe and happy.
Golf?
I play golf.
Golf is spring, isn't it?
I have no idea.
I think so. I don't know.
I don't know. It's been so long.
Yeah.
So no baseball.
Baseball
spring.
is a spring sport.
No, I know. I'm just thinking out loud. Sorry.
But hopefully by spring they'll.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's just going down the tiers, right? The Maine Principals Association said everything's good to go, and then I think another association said, okay, we're not doing football or volleyball, and then I think it goes down to the individual schools to decide what they're going to
They
do.
pushed it back. Like they kept pushing sports back, and then they kept pushing football back, and then finally, just like yesterday.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So they're not gonna keep practicing, are they?
I don't think they have been.
No, I think
No football has been. I thought.
No football
That's
has
a great
been.
question. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could you imagine going through that?
I know my oldest is playing soccer, and there's rumors that if there wasn't going to be a season, they were still going to practice.
That's cool.
Yep.
Scrimmage, the same people every time.
Yeah, right.
Dedication.
And I think they've changed who they're going to play. I heard that Poland is going to kind of stick to our area, so we're going to play like region, and I forget the towns.
Sports cohorts.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Not a
Which
lot
is
of
kind of
traveling.
strange, right, in Maine, because it's such a big area
Yeah.
and the population's dispersed the way it is. So if you're trying to stay within your county, you're going to be playing Class A teams. You're going to be playing Class D teams.
Yeah.
If that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, it'll be
Because
It's
in Maine,
pretty
it's,
interesting.
some
the
tough.
classes are defined by how many people go to school, right? How big
believe
your
so.
pool is. It's probably like that everywhere, isn't it?
You would think.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Time will
Should
tell.
be
That's
interesting.
right. That's right.
Good time for the underdog to shine.
That's right.
Take advantage.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we'll keep working on cabins.
Oh, yeah.
We've got. So after this week, so the film crew's right here. This week, we should have all our cabins lined up, ready to go for the season. So we should be able to start picking them off the list.
Awesome.
Yep. We've got a good one that I think we're going to try to do, kind of like the yurt, where every Friday we all get together and just, hit it hard, bust it out, that type of stuff.
Huh.
So that should be fun. And you guys were pretty big at Agassiz. That's right in your backyard.
Yeah, that was fun.
You guys were right there the entire time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Talk about another big, complicated deck.
Yeah, that was that's the kind of job where for me, you kind of have to get in a mood, and the mood is kind of, for me, I don't get angry a lot, but it was like anger. You got to get kind of a little angry to carry all of that pressure-treated lumber
That
all
was
day
a lot
long.
of pressure-treated lumber.
Right?
I get in a mindset when we're doing demo and stuff. Sometimes you just got to do it.
You just got to do it.
That was a lot.
It was a lot.
But again, that was a fantastic one. Came out great. Your kids went to Camp Agassiz. You had a connection to it, so it was
Yeah.
really special that way.
Yep.
And it helped out the camp tremendously just to
Yeah.
keep them going along.
Yeah, when I was teaching, we'd take the freshmen over and we'd do a freshman orientation over there for a day, and
Yep.
did that 3 or 4 years, and it's a great spot.
Nice. So Maggie has a few questions for you. You were giving me a thumbs up. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your mic. I need.
Oh, she needs my mic. Sorry.
Stole her seat.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready?
I don't know.
Maybe.
All right.
Alright, this question is from Sue. When building or restoring cabins, what's the hardest skill or thing you've had to learn on the job?
Patience.
That was quick.
No.
That's a good one, though.
I don't know. Serious answer. Camps, when you're renovating camps and stuff, you're not working on brand new foundations or brand new, not everything's perfect. So learning that fine line between, what you want to get and what you can get, as far as like plumb, level, those type of things, that's probably what I've learned the most, is what is doable and what is, you're asking too much of the building.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's an ever-changing scale too, so that's what makes it tricky as well. You go in and one part of the camp could be, right on and say, okay, I can match that up where, the roof rafters aren't right there. So it's
Correct. Yeah.
it's definitely
Yeah.
constantly thinking and looking at the problem and saying, okay, how is this gonna?
And the budget dictates it too. Like some
Yep.
budgets are a little higher, so okay, we can slow it. We can spend a little more time, making the inside, make finished work look better. But
Yep.
some of these budgets, like let's just save it and get it usable.
Right. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not
I-
easy. I struggled with that the first year.
Yeah,
Fine,
so did
fine
I.
line.
Yeah, Brian was pretty patient with me. Like as I'm trying to get things a little, right there on the line, just kind of sit back, let me do it.
Well, it's not perfect. It's
Let me
camp.
learn. Right,
You don't go to camp to be perfect.
right,
You go to hang out and have fun.
That's
and-
where you show all your imperfections. Is that camp?
right.
That's why I'm so good at this.
Oh yeah, this is how it goes. I got this.
Next question.
Good question, Sue.
That's a good one. They have some really good questions.
Okay.
She's smiling.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What?
No, go.
Okay. This is probably maybe the last question. I don't know. We'll see. This question is from Joanne. As the quiet guys on set, when they are filming, what is the hardest time you've had not busting out laughing at the antics of Ryan and Chase?
Wait, so this is from Suzanne?
Joanne.
Joanne. First of all, Joanne, Brian is never the quiet one.
Only when the camera's on.
only when the camera's on. And yeah, I forgot the rest of the question.
I'd say it's just the opposite. It's we have a hard time keeping a straight face with you guys in the
Right.
background.
But you get used to the cameras. Like, that's what everyone asks. Like, what's it like, you know? You get used to it.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long.
No.
See, now to me, it's like, well, today we were at that camp right on the main road, and cars are going by, and there's a guy, Rob's right there, the camera. Like, and we don't think anything of it, and these people are going by, like, rubbernecking, like, what is going on there? Like,
It's true.
but you just get used to it, you know?
Yeah. I have to say that some of the antics between Chase and Ashley, some of those interactions, like, I don't know if it's like a full out laughter thing, but it's definitely like when you hear what's going on over there, I kind of chuckle. You know?
Yeah.
Glad
I
that's
can
not-
appreciate the relationship
Yeah.
thing. you
Glad
know, like-
somebody's laughing
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah, it's pretty good though.
I'm just like, I'm glad it's not me. Glad it's not me right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got one more?
All right.
That's it. That was it. You were easy on him.
See, I was really hoping to get a question on degrees, like if I had a degree in building or anything, because I wanted to talk about my degree in holding things for people.
Yeah.
So I've got a 4-year degree in holding things. you know,
Yeah.
And I've got a 2-year degree on cut guy. Right?
Good cut guy.
Yeah.
Good cut, guys.
And-
Hard to find.
And when I finally manage layout, I figure I'll have my master's.
You don't be as good as your cut guy or your ground guy.
Yeah. You're only good as your whole team.
Well, that's when, like, we all mix things up. But I remember when I first started carpentry, like, I was the cut guy or I was the ground guy. Like, these new kids today, like Brad, we let him hold a nail gun when he was like 19. That never would have happened when 20 years ago when I was coming up.
Yeah,
you know, or
I
like,
ran a broom for a long time.
Oh yeah, like you stayed on the ground, like you had a roll.
Yep.
So-
Not that that's any less important than any of it, because
No.
it all leads to the finished project,
Right.
product. But yeah, it's
And we're from the ground up, we're, everybody, you guys are all competent and capable of, jacking and leveling camp, replacing rotted sills, framing up, trimming out, roofing, all that stuff, which I think helps keep the monotony out of it because, yes, it's the same thing. It's the basic principles over and over, but it's broken up by being able to do the different pieces of it, which
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, nobody does the low man, or every once in a while you pull the card or whatever, but nobody. It's not really a low man on the totem pole, and you're ground guy because you're 18, or you're ground guy because you've only been here a year. Sometimes you're carrying bundles of shingles
Right.
up the ladder and just doing or cleaning up the yard like you did yesterday.
yeah.
Everybody just kind of
Pitches
jumps in and gets it done.
Gets it done and has fun doing it. That's the important thing. Be happy with what you're doing.
Yeah. If you don't like what you're doing, do something else.
That's right.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you guys joining us. We appreciate you guys working with the team. And yeah,
Thanks for coming in.
thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Awesome.
All right. So that was great. We'll see him again shortly down in the woodshed.
They were more reserved than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
What if they were nervous?
You never know.
They do. They're a lot more outgoing than they let off sometimes.
Well, it is. I mean, you bring people in, you sit them down, you're like, hey, tell us,
That's the hot seat.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they were scared of Maggie, actually. Because Jay goes, oh, I don't know. But we asked them if they wanted to be on yesterday. Like, okay, what's Maggie's punchline? I'm like, great. Or what's the other one? Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
One-liners.
Move on, please.
There you go.
Yes. So I just want to, or do you have some questions?
Yeah, I do, but
Let's go into questions.
okay.
I'll do the products and the thank you cards after.
Okay.
Questions. Yeah, the questions keep coming in, so keep them coming.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Yeah.
We enjoy answering them.
Yeah. All right. This question is from Linda. Do you always stain your outdoor decks? What kind of stain do you typically use, and what would you recommend for a west-facing deck that gets full sun?
It's a 4-part question. Good job, Linda.
That is a 4-part question.
We don't always stain the decks because a lot of times we're in a hurry. Well, we're not in a hurry. We're in a timeline, and pressure treated. If it's a smaller budget, we use pressure treated. Well, you have to let pressure treated dry out, and they say 6 months.
And that's really important. They do make products now that you can put on wet, but for the most part, if it's pressure treated, let it dry out, and then after that, you could use a solid stain if you want a solid color.
Transparent.
Yep, just to darken it up. Any type of sealer, but you don't have to treat pressure. You don't have to stain pressure treated.
Yeah, but if you do, we use Sherwin-Williams. Their products are really good.
Yep, Seekins.
Seekins is really good.
We use Seekins a lot because
Seekins.
Ryan went into Home Depot one time and bought an entire pallet full of
For $3.
stain.
$3.
I mean, hundreds and hundreds of gallons of it.
Oh, yeah.
And I still
We
have
still have
some of
some.
it. And it got to the point where we were using it so much, Ashley started yelling at us for doing. But it's a great product, and why wouldn't we use it if we have it?
Yeah, because they were changing their label. I was just right there at the right time.
Yep.
Changing their label so everything was like 5 cents a gallon.
Yep. And then one time, Goslin's Hardware down in Farmingdale, somebody stopped in there and said, hey, we've got some paint, same thing. The label's being changed out. It's been on the shelves for a little while.
3 trucks.
Yep. Send Chase down. And
I think we went through that almost in a season, too. Last year.
yeah. Oh, yeah. And, some of it was untinted, but it was bases. But we're getting off topic, but you could mix it and stuff.
West facing deck. It's going to get a lot of sun.
It's going to get a lot of sun. It's going to dry out. I'm a big fan of the Australian timber oil. I've used that a few times. We've used that a few times.
That's a transparent, right? It just
Yep.
kind of darkens it up and
Yep.
protects it.
Yeah. If the deck is cedar, cedar does gray up really quickly. But same thing, a nice transparent stain, something that's going to really soak into the wood. It's probably best.
But I think a west facing deck, you can plan on every 4 or 5 years if you're really picky to redo it.
Yep. Yeah, it's tough. We've done a lot of decks where they've been painted in the past and they're peeling and chipping, and once they're painted, it's really tough to
Make it look nice.
Yep. They do make that Restore product. I've never used that,
No, I haven't either.
but
Get out the pressure washer and be careful.
yeah.
That's the other thing. If you use a pressure washer, you got to be so careful not to, because you can overdo it and it gives that
Furry,
makes it
fibrous.
furry. Then you have to sand the whole thing. So
Yep.
be careful
Yeah.
and go with a good product. You get what you pay for.
Right.
Right.
Okay. This question is from Jeff. Do you ever have to take into consideration about black bears being near camps? If so, what do you do different to the camps to keep the black bears out, especially during the winter when no one is at camp?
I don't think we've ever taken black bears into consideration, have we?
No, not really. Not around here. It's just so rare, and there's so much food. And
Yeah. I think they're not nearly... The population isn't there. They're not aggressive enough. I mean, you hear about bears around here getting into bird feeders and maybe up north.
And now when one gets in a neighborhood, it stays there for a month. It gets all over Facebook, and it's like docile. I know there's one up in Kennebec Valley lately because all my friends up there have been putting a bear in all summer long.
Yeah.
And I think there's one down in like Falmouth.
There
or
was one in
something.
Wayne.
In Wayne.
Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, when we went to 9 Mile, I feel like once in my life I would put food in a tree, but I was probably hiking out west or something.
Yeah, it's totally different out west. The bears here are...
And I was just thinking about the stories that Fishman told us about his bear.
What was that story?
He's been attacked by a bear twice. Remember once in New York when he was in the Cub Scouts?
Oh my God! No, I don't.
He didn't tell you that? Yeah, so our friend John Fish, the drummer of Fish, talked about bears once, and he'd been attacked twice. One bear treated him in New York. He was like in the Cub Scouts. He was lagging behind.
Yeah.
Came back after like 3 or 4 hours. He was up a tree.
Holy
And then he was in
smokes.
Alaska. He got charged by a bear.
Oh yeah, that's where Joe got attacked by a bear.
Yep.
Yeah, your uncle, right?
Yep. Sarah's uncle. But yes, bears around. We don't really take. It's more the smaller critters that we worry about: the squirrels, the red squirrels, the chipmunks, the raccoons,
The vomits.
the porcupines. They are opportunists. They will move in for the winter anywhere they can. One thing we do sometimes, if the camp isn't insulated and we close in the interior walls, we'll screw in the bottom board so it can be removed. So if you do get, every year or every season, you could take the board off, sweep it out, clean it out, make sure nothing's starting to make a nest in there.
Because they will.
Because they will. And no food. Keep the food.
That's the biggest thing. If you get all the food out of your camp in the winter, nothing will come around.
Yep, it's true. And soap. Get rid of the soap too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. Oh.
Skipping that one?
There was like so many words and I couldn't read it. All right. There's questions from Mark. I like to know how the cabins withstand frost heaves when the footings are nothing more than those concrete discs. Why aren't 48 inches or feet, whatever, deep, I would say inches, deep post footings not required?
They're not required. I mean, ideally, yes, you would set your camp on posts 40 inches below the frost, but a lot of times that isn't possible, and the camp is going to heave with the frost.
We usually see if something's built right, it comes back. Like the frost will move and it comes back in the spring. Like I've done outdoor paver patios, and like it blew my mind to see them. I thought in the spring and like be like all up and down, and then have it come back when things dried out back to perfect.
Yes. So, yes, up around here where we are, frost, the wintertime, freezes the ground down in about 48. If you go below 48 inches, you're safe that it's not going to move. And, we use Technopost a lot of times. If you're doing a foundation, you put your footings down below the frost level. If we set concrete sonotubes, same thing, those go below the frost level. But for the most part, it's
not cost effective, and people know.
Right.
To put a whole camp on sonotubes or onto Technopost is tens of thousands of dollars. Whereas if we put it on insulated pucks, it's going to move. We tell people, for 3 or 4 years, you might have to come in and, shim it up a little bit, but you just work with it. If you stay on it.
Yep, absolutely.
I know they do. As long as it has 2 inches of foam under it, you're fine. The pucks. Because I did fences for a long time. They say that frost starts from the ground and goes straight down. So if you have a piece something in foam, they say frost doesn't really move sideways. Obviously, it will a little bit.
Sure.
But mostly it goes up and down.
Yep. And the big thing, too, is when we set it, if we set it on posts, on pucks, as long as you put your diagonal bracing, because we see that all the time where you can have your sonotubes down, 48 inches in the ground, but the frost, there's big boulders, and they'll just shove those things. If your posts aren't braced diagonally, it's just going to kick your posts out and cause your camp to heave. Whereas if you keep your braces on there, that's going to help lock it in place. It'll lift up in the winter, drop back down.
And I'll admit, I never was a believer in the pucks until we started doing this. I was always like, put a footing in, dig it down, insulate it, and go working on all these camps. I mean, a lot of these camps, they haven't moved.
Right.
The pucks haven't moved. And, like, you find someone that didn't do it right, but if they put a crushed bed stone in, bed of crushed stone, some insulation, they really don't move.
Yep.
It's when you see the bad ones that were done wrong that.
Yeah, and it varies every winter, every season. Yes, you can get it really bad where it will, and diverting water helps the frost. The more water in the ground, the more frost you're going to get. So.
And this last year was one of the worst frost seasons.
Yeah.
It was so warm and so cold. The frost would go down and up, and I think the well lines were snapping. It was so bad.
Really?
It would warm up and cool, so it'd push it down.
Yeah, there were a lot of water, and that's when you see like water mains breaking in cities and stuff like that.
And then when it rains, it pushes the frost down.
Yep. So yeah, we use a very, whatever fits the camp best and fits the budget.
Great.
That's the line.
All right. Last question. What are you most looking forward to this season?
Interesting question. The end? Well, I mean, really, this time, we started late. We have 10 cabins to do. Materials are hard to get. Getting this time of year, you just want to get finished because you're worried about weather.
Yeah, we've got all our cabins lined up.
Days are getting shorter.
Yeah.
You start to worry about it.
The episodes are going to start airing within next 2 months. So it's...
Yeah, it's just that anticipation of the days getting short and the weather being crappy. Not knowing, maybe we could have a great fall and get done early, but you never know.
Yeah, but we've got a great set of camps this season. They're fun. We're doing some cool projects. They're all kind of close to the area, so it allows us a little more flexibility, a little more creativity.
But I think no matter what, it's always just getting them done on time.
Yeah.
And getting through winter.
Looking forward to getting them done on time.
That's it.
That's it.
That's simple.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe I have one more question for you.
Oh, that was a good enough answer. There's one more question.
That was a short answer. You've been answering long answers this whole time.
Well, how about a medium one to finish?
Great.
Right.
I don't care. All right. This question is from Cindy. Who decides who will do what job?
Well, good question. But BT kind of nailed it on the head, and Jay. There's no really hierarchy. People take charge.
Yeah, if you've been doing something, if you've been roofing a bunch and you're still enjoying roofing, somebody will jump right at something. Yep, I'll take care of the roofing. Or if you're done with the roofing for a while, say I want to break. Somebody else will step in and fill that void.
And you know what people like to do, so you kind of just let them do that.
Yep. And we know Dixie's great at installing cabinets, so he's kind of our go-to guy for that.
And doors.
And yeah, Jedi's great at roofing, work when it comes to metal work. Jedi's really good at that. And same thing, the windows he was working on today, he's really good at problem solving. So he'll work on that. And then when Ashley shows up,
we let her do what she wants.
She's going to do what she wants anyways.
Right.
So same thing, whatever.
And I feel like you and I, we try to do the crappy jobs. If there's something nasty, like getting under a camp, we'll just do it so they can keep. I try to do the busy work and so they can keep going and keep that.
Absolutely.
It's all about morale. If they're happy up on the roof with a nail gun, I'll be ground guy. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll be ground guy. I'll be
guy.
if somebody doesn't feel comfortable going on the roof, I'll go up there, strip it.
But people kind of get into a role. Some people take charge and some people people different personalities like different things, and it kind of just works itself out.
Yep.
And then, but the new kids, we had to tell them what to do all the time. But
they'll figure out what they like, what they don't like,
Yeah.
if they come back. Hopefully they come back.
They'll come back.
We miss you guys.
Already, we miss you.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not really a hierarchy on it. There's maybe Dixie Jedi is the leader, but you work through problems. No one bosses anyone around.
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, it's just figure out a plan beginning of the day and say, okay, that's what we're going to go with.
That's how we get it done.
Yeah, and the guys take pride in their work, and if they want to see a project through completion, they'll make sure that happens. They'll stick with installing windows and trimming them out, and that helps too. Is if you have one guy or a team of people doing the same thing, you have more uniformity. As far as trimming out the windows, they're all done the same way, and so it gets more efficient that way. Whereas then you have somebody else pick another piece, follow that through.
I've always been about repetition. If you're doing one thing, just stick to it till the job's done.
And they're so small, it's going to be quick. It's not like you're going to be doing that, like we talked about earlier, that it's the same thing day in, day out, day in, day out. There is going to be a break. You're going to get a chance to do all of it, whether you like it or not.
Right.
You're going to be doing it. And I think we have. We've done, from the ground up, we've done it all multiple times, and it's still... Every camp is still different. I think that's what amazes me the most. that we get into these camp. Every camp is different, you know.
It's never boring.
It's never boring, and it's the same but not the same. I don't know if that makes sense.
You're all over these like off-track answers today.
Well, no, it's the same path that you got to camp. You got to figure out the challenges. It's old.
Yeah.
You know, you got to solve problem solve.
And yes, I mean, we're putting up, you know, beautiful eastern white pine everywhere, but it's not, it just doesn't feel like it's the same over and over and over. And that's what I enjoy about it personally.
Yeah, you ever wonder, like, these guys that, like, my dad was a builder, he built 5,000 ranches, you know, in some subdivision in Las Vegas, something, doing the same ranch every day, like.
Yeah, imagine like a skyscraper. You finish one floor, you go up a floor. You
repeat.
Yeah.
Finish the floor, go up a floor, repeat.
Yeah, or like the huge multi-unit buildings down in Florida, just you door trim over. I mean, I'm sure you're fantastic at it, but
right.
I don't necessarily have the mindset for
I think
it.
we're lucky. We got a good niche.
We are lucky. And we're lucky because of all the fans who watch the show and everybody who comments and, you know, is involved with this process. It's a whole team effort from the BT, Jay, the subs, everybody. And we've got a few letters here just to give some shout-outs.
Is it a postcard or a picture?
This is a postcard from Bob. It's just a picture of him standing by a rock wall. That's to, I guess you met him, Ryan.
Oh, nice. Just a quick note to express my appreciation to Ryan. Oh, thanks, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
Wearing his shirt with pride.
I love the picture, Bob.
And then another postcard from Clarence, Ryan, Leslie, Trixie, and Deadeye, a.k.a. Ann and Mike Argent. I don't know. From Cape Cod and Johnson Lane and West Gardner.
Oh, yeah, Johnson Lane. That's a cool one.
And also this is a funny one. They met us Memorial Day weekend, Amy Peacock, and they have a little moped gang down in Wells, Maine, and they call themselves the Wells Angels.
A moped gang.
Yeah. So we'll put that patch up on the wall with pride. Thank you. And then also a fan of the podcast will die when it's posted. It is from Tom and Gail Wozencraft, and they live up in Bird Creek, and they had questions about was it last week? The Ivory Jack sweatshirt.
Oh, Bird Creek, Alaska.
Yeah. Yes, Bird Creek, Alaska. So they wanted to send in another Alaska sweatshirt. And this one is from the Brown Bear Saloon in Indian, Alaska.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
On the Seward Highway.
Oh, that's a nice one. So I will wear this with pride between the mountains and the water. Seward Highway. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Yeah, and I will definitely wear that with pride. Yeah, and thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Questions, comments. Oh, geez.
Yeah, you got a couple things sitting in front of you we got to explain.
Sorry, I am all over the place today. It's Friday. The film crew's here. So we have these really beautiful wooden bowls.
How is that even a thing?
I don't know. But we are now selling them online and in the shop.
Was that a burl or like?
I don't know how you would do the inside.
Just chisel it out
It's so
slowly.
perfectly hollow.
I don't know. But it's made by Dennis Curtis. He's a wood turner. He lives on the Albee Road, right down the road from Mackenzie and Teen and the Pucciarellis.
I'm trying to wrap my head around this, and I can't figure it out.
And he does these beautiful bowls as well. Just the thinness of it amazes me.
Does he have something that goes inside and like drills it out from the inside?
No,
See, I can understand this. This
you
I
just
get.
hammer it in.
No.
Yeah.
Like this is.
I know.
Yes, I understand the bowl.
And then you stick your hand in.
No, but it's
It's not like a pumpkin.
It's spinning.
Yeah, you take the spin and you take it off the spinner. Put it back on the spinner and sand the inside.
Great. Perfect.
Be careful with it.
Duh.
It's a work of art.
I know.
And we're sending you on a field trip with Ashley to go meet him and figure out how to
Yes.
Me?
Perfect. Yep.
do it. Just because of that. And we also have
already know.
a great artist installation in the Woodshed, Marie Spalding. She does these beautiful works of art that has kind of a combination of found objects and wildlife. So we're trying to have rotating artists, support local artists in the store. And Marie is on display for a couple months.
Cool.
Thank you, Vanna.
You like that? It's a
Yeah.
crow. Interesting.
Yeah. It's acrylic and mixed media on canvas. So yeah, it's great to be able to showcase all these artists.
So many cool artisans in Maine.
There are.
It's amazing what, you think seen a lot, but the show has really opened up how talented people are.
Yep.
Endless. And if you go to our website and check out KennebeckCabinCompany.com, there's all kinds of cool artists and crafts in there. Hero Video has a ton of cool people.
Exactly. Hero Media does a great job showcasing these artists.
Check them out.
Yeah. And thank you, everybody, for listening. It's been another great episode. Thank you, J and BT. Keep the questions coming. KennebeckCabinCompany.com, YouTube page. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Instagram, Facebook, you name it. Thank you to the sponsors, Nelma and Hero Media Arts. You can find out more at nelma.org, easternwhitepine.org, sprucepinefir.org, and Hero Media Arts at heromediaarts.com. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, and from the Woodshed, we'll be talking to you.